So hello again, everybody, on this Christmas Eve 2021. This is episode number 52 of Jonnychipz Weekly on Friday the 24th of December 2021. My name is John Lunn, aka Jonnychipz, and we've reached year one. We've got an entire year of Jonnychipz Weekly, which I'm really proud to have accomplished. But for now, let's just jump on into this episode. So yes, hello again, everybody, and welcome to the final show of the year. Almost, I think we're on week 52. That's 52 weeks in a year. I know next Friday is New Year's Eve. It is currently Christmas Eve. I've made it to a year. I'm really proud of it. You know, this title of this show is called Year One, purely to indicate that I've made a Jonnychipz Weekly show every week for an entire year, 52 weeks, which I'm really proud to have achieved. There's an episode tonight coming out on my In Conversation With series. Same story there, and it's a really exciting episode tonight, which I put a blog article out about already. So if you can, stay tuned and watch that. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me. We'll have a whistle-stop tour of the various sections today. But yeah, let's just jump straight in with some community call-outs. Okay, so we are still in December, so there's no community call-out complete without a shout-out to the Festive Tech Calendar, which is still going right the way through from the 1st of December to the 31st. We are on the 24th today, and if we take a look, we've got another 4 sessions coming out they're out now by the time this airs. So go and check that out. Like I say, the last few weeks I've been kind of calling out everything that's been going on with the Festive Tech Calendar. There's some incredible community content going out on there. Some enlightening, fun, inclusive, really good technical sessions going out. Go and check those out. They're all there available on festivetechcalendar.com. You can choose your day, click on your session, and rewatch that if you've missed it from a previous day. But like I say, there's still a whole week left of the Festive Tech Calendar yet. So, big shout out to Gregor and Richard for kind of pulling this all together and making this happen, which, it's an annual thing now. So it's fantastic to see. Yeah, go and support some of that. And when you watch something, tweet the author, tweet the presenter of what you've watched, and just let them know that you've watched it and what you thought of it. Because feedback is always welcome, of course, every time. So the Festive Tech Calendar event is being run in conjunction with a charity, Girls Who. Well, it's a charity. It's an organisation, Girls Who Code, but there's a fundraiser being set up on Just Giving in memory of Abel Wang, like we said at the beginning of this month, which is a fantastic effort. April did a little video. The Festive Tech Calendar is trying to drum up and get as much support for this organisation as possible. Like I say, it was all in memory of Abel Wang, who sadly passed away earlier on in the year. So look, if you can, go and spare some change, give as much as you can to that, because it's going to a great organisation that are going to put that to use the best that they can. So yep, thanks for everybody involved with that. So if you can, go and give a little bit of cash to that Just Giving page. Moving on, last night I caught this session, which was a fantastic session. Mert is back on the scene with his Mert to the Future episodes over on the Azure Live twitch.tv channel. He had the fantastic Maria Anastasia on last night, and they were talking all about IoT, which, as you may know, is close to my heart. It's something that I'm learning more and more about on a daily basis and really, excited to be part of. But yeah, it was a fantastic session. It's available for a rewatch if you head on over to Azure Live, the Azure Live channel on twitch.tv. You can go and give that a watch. Yeah, so it's a great session. Thanks for giving that, Mert and Maria Anastasia. In other news, if you don't follow Andrew Brown, I suggest you go and follow Andrew Brown, especially if you are new into the industry and you're looking to take that first step on the rung of the ladder from a learning perspective in terms of, what cloud platform do you learn on, this, that, and the other. Andrew has been doing some fantastic things over the last few years, and he's started to do these Twitter spaces. So I managed to catch this one last night. I could only join for 10 minutes or so, but it's a really great session. There's a huge amount of people join these calls, and just listening to a few key speakers on there, basically just to get some really good insights as to where to start on some of these things, or just kind of get other people's views on these particular topic areas. But like I say, Andrew has got so much more to offer, and he does offer the community with free training courses and content and things like that. Go and follow him. Go and check out what he's got on offer there for everybody, because he's doing some fantastic things in our community as well. So yeah, huge shout out to Andrew, and thanks for everything that you do. Moving on, Neil posted this out. Huge congratulations to the first NVPs. So Nerdio, which is obviously the company Neil worked for, and Baz Van Kam. It's the management overlay software, the management software to manage your Azure Virtual Desktop estate. And I know they do a managed services version of that if you've got if you control multiple customers. But yeah, it's a fantastic product, and it's great to see that they've brought out this award program. And Shabazz, our good friend Shabazz, is on there with Toby Skerritt and Todd Porter, who are the first Nerdio MVP class of 2021. So huge congratulations. Great idea, obviously, from the people at Nerdio. Looking forward to seeing where that one goes. And clearly, I need to learn a bit more about Nerdio myself. So, huge shout out to the guys there. Thanks so much for making that happen. And congratulations to the first class of NVPs. Okay, exam news. DP420, which is the Cosmos DB exam, is out now. It's in beta, so you can use that code. I'm not sure if you're going to get lucky. There may still be some 80% off vouchers available if you use that DP420 Ellsworth during your checkout on the Pearson VUE website. But if you are interested, go and check that out and take a little look at it. And finally, for this week, the Scottish Summit, which was due to be held at the end of February in 2022, has had to change its date. So they moved it now to June next year, purely because, I think you look at what's going on in the world at the moment. Still, we've got the uncertainties going on with COVID and the lockdowns and the restrictions that are in place. So it kind of made, as unfortunate as it is and as sad as it is, because I know a lot of people are looking forward to that, to get together and meet up and network and, obviously go there to see some great sessions. They've had to move it. So go and follow the people over at Scottish Summit and stay tuned for those updates. But it has been moved to June next year. So if you were interested in going, go and keep up to date with that. And you may have to rearrange your plans. But there we go. It's unfortunate, but I guess it's one of those things that we kind of just have to deal with in a certain sense. Okie dokie. So I think what we'll do now is we'll talk a little bit about the Welsh Azure user group. Let me just quickly rearrange that. I was going to do Jonnychipz on the side, but let's do the Welsh Azure user group, because we do have a session coming up in January that I'm keen to get people aware of, because it's going to be a great session. So let's head back on over to the desktop. So yes, our next session is actually on the 19th of January in 2022. That feels strange, doesn't it? So it'll be starting at around 6:30 p.m. GMT. We've got amazing sessions from Aidan coming on to talk to us about introducing the Azure Image Builder, and we've got Alpa coming on to join us to talk all around Azure SQL and DevOps. So that's going to be two amazing sessions. They're going to come on and impart their knowledge onto us. So if you can make it, please do so. Either follow me or follow at Welsh Azure on Twitter, and go on RSVP. Let us know that you're going to attend. Generally, it's a Teams event. There'll be some prizes, quiz with some prizes. So yeah, if you can, please do come and join us, and we would love to have you there. Okay, and I think we'll move swiftly on with Jonnychipz on the side. So Jonnychipz on the side. It is Friday. It's Christmas Eve. So happy Christmas. I think it's fair to say I've been off work for a week this week anyway. So I've had a lot on at the same time. I had my daughter's birthday, which we'll talk about in a second. I had a trip to Scotland. There's been so much going on. But look, as I do always with Jonnychipz on the side, we talk about the In Conversation With. So firstly, a big shout out to Jürgen, who was my guest on last week's episode. If you missed that, go and watch it. Jürgen's a fantastic guy. He's a fantastic Pluralsight author. He's helped me get through some exams, and he's an all-round great guy. And privileged to have him on my show to have a little bit of a chat to him around software development. He talks about some really interesting health issues. So for people that do suffer with health issues and trying to hold down a job or trying to be a contractor and pay the bills, Jürgen kind of discusses that quite candidly in this episode. So like I say, he's a great guy, got some great knowledge, great information, and he's a great part of the community. So go and check that out. Huge shout out to Jürgen for being a part of it. Thank you. Okay, but moving on, as it is Friday, we've got another episode coming out tonight. And like I said at the beginning of this show, both my In Conversation With series and the Jonnychipz Weekly series were started at the same time. So they're both reaching now. This episode kind of demarks the 1 year anniversary, if you like, of the show, which is, fantastic. It's something that I'm really chuffed with and, really pleased to have managed to get to. So consistently delivering 2 YouTube videos a week, one, which this one is normally around about the half an hour mark-ish. And the In Conversation With is probably a little bit longer, 45, 50 minutes or so generally. It's been a labour of love, really enjoyed, kind of getting involved with this and doing these videos over the last year. So, yeah, I'm really pleased to have reached these milestones for both these shows. And the amazing Gregor Suti messaged me and said, John, can we switch seats? So for this episode tonight, Gregor is in charge. Gregor is taking over the In Conversation With episode. So he's actually interviewing me. So it's an In Conversation With me. So it was a cool thing for Gregor to do, and I thanked him for it. And there was a little surprise as well that he pulled together for me from all you fantastic community peeps out there, messages of support and it really it kind of knocked me back a little bit. It's really appreciated. So thanks to everybody involved with that as well. But that's tonight. If you can join us, I fully appreciate it's Christmas Eve, and there's lots of good Christmas programs on. But it's going to go out there anyway, 6:30. If you get the chance to watch it, please do so. But it's really about celebrating that 1 year milestone for me with these YouTube series. So thank you to every one of my guests that I've had on throughout the year. You've all been fantastic in different ways. Everybody's had different technical skills, interpersonal skills, personal development skills. It's been a fantastic series of people to speak to and kind of gain those insights from. So huge thanks to Gregor for making that happen. If you can, watch that over the coming days. But that's tonight. In other news, I caught up with Heiko Bren a couple of, last week before last, I can't remember, losing track of time, from Script Runner. Looking forward to kind of collaborating with Heiko in the new year and getting him on the Welsh Azure user group to talk about automation and things like that. He sent me a great box of swag there, so some Script Runner posters. They're fantastic posters. They're huge, really, with all various different quick starts and kind of quick reference tables and things like that to all PowerShell commandlets and other bits and pieces on there. And a bunch of stickers. So looking forward to getting back to in-person events where we can kind of give these things out to people and they can actually make use of them. So yeah, huge shout out to Heiko for that, and Script Runner, of course. So yeah, like I say, in other news this week, I actually got a trip up to Scotland, went up to Glasgow, where I met Mark Christie. So big shout out to Mark. He gave me the obligatory Scottish Summit face mask, which I wear with pride now. It's actually it's in my pocket. I think it is. There we go. So comes around with me, and I'll wear that wherever I go now. But yeah, so it was great to kind of meet up with Mark. He's a great guy in the community, one of the organisers of the Scottish Summit. We were at an ice hockey match there. Mark told me that Cardiff were playing Glasgow, so I kind of had to make that visit, and it was cool to meet up with him now. So yeah, big shout out to Mark. And yeah, no doubt we'll see each other in June, hopefully, at the Scottish Summit. So like I say, we went there, took the kids up there. Scotland, great place to be up in Glasgow. It was really good fun. Managed to get an ice hockey game in. My son plays as well, so we managed to get quite a few more games in after that as well. And it was a nice little break for the kids and myself and my wife to get away for a few days. So that's what I did over the weekend. But before that, it was my daughter's birthday. So I kind of had an action-packed weekend right away from last Friday through to kind of Tuesday, Wednesday this week. So, I've kind of been out of action a little bit from the point of view of tech, which isn't a problem. I am on holiday after all. But yeah, we managed to get a really great trip around Covent Garden. We were due to see Mamma Mia, obviously with all the situation with the COVID situation. It unfortunately got cancelled, but it got cancelled literally as we were there. So we quickly found another show. So we went to see Back to the Future, the musical, which was cool. And my daughter enjoyed it for her birthday, which was the main thing, of course. And we got a nice little trip around Covent Garden, Harrods, did all the usual sightseeing stuff. So that's been me this week. Okie dokie. So I think we'll just jump straight into the Azure news and updates. There's not a lot that's gone on this week, but let's just jump straight on in and see what we've got. And good afternoon, my name is John Lunn, and this is the Azure News and Updates for this week of 24th of December 2021. Okay, let's just jump straight on in. Literally, we've got one update for you this week. That's it. I mean, it is December, it is on the run up to Christmas, so I'm not surprised there's not a lot going on at the moment. But let's just run through that quickly. Public preview announcement for the Azure Percept Dev Kit November 2.1. There's a software update that's available. So over-the-air update package and USB cable update image are available in public preview. So review the update strategy guides before choosing between those two update methods. Updates are highly recommended in order to keep your device up to date with the latest fixes and features. So there's a release note there if you want to learn more about that. To be honest with you, Azure Percept Dev Kit is one of those things that I actually do want to purchase. I think they're about $300-400 from memory, something like that. So I think I'm going to have to see if I can write another letter to Santa, see if he can get me something sorted there. So because it was so short of news, I thought I'd call up a quick announcement or blog article from the Microsoft Azure blog. And it's a really cool one that I found that was only a few weeks ago on the 9th of December about new satellite connectivity and geospatial capabilities with Azure Space, which is cool. At the end of the day, it's some fantastic stuff going on there. So things like managing satellite data and cloud scale with Azure Orbital, new innovations, enhanced satellite images through Azure. So using things like SpaceEye to see through that kind of low veneer of cloud and get a clarity of picture. They've got Project Turing on the go, which is increasing human perception of overhead imagery. So I guess it's just, if you look there, we've got before Turing and after the Turing process. You can see that the image is kind of sharpened up, the colors are a little bit brighter, and like I say, it's just kind of to help increase the perception from those overhead images, rather than being a little bit maybe blurry and fuzzy around the edges, and you kind of have to work it out. They're a crisp and sharp image through that process. The partnership with Airbus that they've got going on there at the moment to get those kind of those satellite imagery through cloud, that SpaceEye is in partnership with Airbus. There's a nice video there explaining what they've got going on. And yeah, all they're basically saying is that this whole thing brings this whole point around Azure Orbital and being able to manage and control satellites. It brings a whole new era to that space connectivity story, which, look, is something that, as mere mortals sat on Earth, we probably don't think too much of, and it's up to other people. But again, Microsoft are bringing this closer to the everyday workers, which is, really cool to kind of see. So, I just wanted to call that out. They've also got, sort of insights here into all the other third parties that Microsoft are teaming up with in collaboration to do more things with Azure Space. So go and check that out. I just wanted to call that out there because it is on the Azure blog today. Like I say, this is from a couple of weeks ago, but just because we were low on updates this week, I thought I'd call that out. So yeah, cool area to be. At some stage, I'd like to get involved with something to do with Azure Space. That will be quite a cool thing to do. So anyhow, that's the news for this week. Okie doke. So we've reached the end of the show. Thanks, huge thanks to everybody that sticks around and watches these shows every week. It's really appreciated. All the support and love that I get from the community for doing these shows and the in conversation with is really appreciated. So, it leaves me nothing more than to sign off this show with, look, have a really happy Christmas if that's what you celebrate. Personally, I do. I hope you have all the wealth and health of 2022 comes your way, and a happy new year. Just enjoy Christmas. Enjoy the downtime if you've got it. If you're working, try and make best. Obviously, it's always a good thing to try and get some time off if you can. I appreciate not everybody has that luxury to be able to book time off over Christmas, and there are people that are out there working on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and it can be a struggle. So thoughts go out to you guys. Keep up the fantastic work that you're doing. You'll find some downtime. You've got to find some downtime to spend it with the family over Christmas, and just put your feet up, relax, grab a glass of wine or whatever your tipple of choice is, and put your feet up. Get a Christmas film on. Spend some time with family and friends, and enjoy the season. So there we go. Have a happy Christmas, everybody. We'll see you all in 2022. So until then, I've been Jonnychipz. Thanks for all your support over the last year. I'll see you all soon.